Support the great work of the Strike 7 Sports Saints discussion section by purchasing licensed NFL fan gear. Items range from Saints hats, jerseys, t-shirts, socks, and so much more. We would greatly appreciate it if you would purchase these items from the text link listed below. The revenue generated from today's offer goes into the funding of the Strike 7 Sports platform. Click on the link strike7sports.com/Saints Fanatics. You will be taken over to Fanatics website. Thank you. And today I just want to talk about the news that pretty much broke Saints Twitter um, for this year, outside of not bringing back not bringing back Quan Alexander for the Quan apologists. And this is news of the Saints trading Ceedy Duce, fan favorite of the team, to the Philadelphia Eagles. Now, according to the reports, the Eagles will receive the Saints' 7th-round draft pick in 2025. Saints received the Eagles' 5th-round pick in 2023 and the worst of their two 6th-round picks. So this trade kind of caught me off guard a little bit today. This video was initially supposed to be a reaction to the Saints cutting down to the 53-man roster, but I felt like this was just more of a hot topic right here because they got rid of people. I'm not even surprised by the people they got rid of. But it is what it is. But this is a hot topic for the day, man. And I've just been hearing the reactions throughout the day, man. That people upset, saying Saints got fleeced. People that's within the Saints circles, the people that's hiring in the algorithm on Saints Twitter, on Facebook, saying that Saints got fleeced. I mean, there's a lot of emotion going on with this trade, man. And I'm not really surprised by this trade, to be honest. It kind of caught me off guard today, though, because I felt like once you took Alontae Taylor, that was breadcrumbs right there. That something was bound to happen. I thought they would have let him go into the season, play this year out, ball out, let him ball out, and then go test the market, and then you get a higher compensatory pick for him, a comp pick. But that wasn't the case. Read from a piece by Nick Underhill, which he has a New Orleans Football, which is my go-to source for the content on New Orleans Saints outside of my own outlet. But he a little more plugged into the situation than me, so he is my stuff free. His ain't. But anyways, man, from what I read in that piece is that he pretty much kind of, even though he had the days where it was a hold in. They can do that now. They can hold in, but they can show up to training camp, but not actually get participate drills. He did a few hold ins for a few days, and then he came back and participated with the team. He had left for a family emergency, came back, and from what I heard, from what I read, is that he kind of like stopped listening to the coaching. The guidance from the team, the coordinators, position coaches. What else? What else I heard? Pretty much checked out on the team. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. That was the writing. The writing was on the wall right there. And you know, that's just what happened in business sometimes. You know, uh, I wish the Saints wouldn't have traded him to the Philadelphia Eagles because I feel like, along with the Saints, I feel like the Eagles are a Super Bowl team, a team contender for the Super Bowl. I picked them to win the NFC East. They're a way better team than the Dallas Cowboys. They've got the roster is stacked, man. They did a good job in the draft and they did a good job in the offseason to acquire talent. And this makes them a little better. And from the word on the street is that Ceedy is going to be a safety with the Eagles and not a corner, a slot corner. But the writing was on the wall with this, man. You gotta understand, man. And I know people say that Ceedy Duce brought a lot of energy to the team, him and Quan, and they hype the crowd up, and he does things to get under a opponent's skin and knows how to push those buttons mentally with a wide receiver, a quarterback, or what have you on those offenses. And he was a fan favorite, but let me tell you what Mickey Loomis cares about. Mickey Loomis, Mickey Mouse Loomis cares about putting the best 53 players out there that can compete for a championship at the cheapest price, at a reasonable price. Y'all know the sayings out there. You know the narrative is on Loomis. And once the Saints set a price for a player, that's it. They're not gonna budge. They're really not really gonna budge. And that player ain't down with that price, they're moving on. It's like bye bye. Now, according to this tweet that came out from Jeff Duncan, he was told that the Saints and CD Juice were about $4 million a year apart on contract talks on a long-term extension, with major details looming for Eric McCoy, and Marcus Davenport. The cash-strapped Saints decide to deal from a position of strength to move on rather than lose CJG for nothing next spring. Yeah, I can get that part. So, based on that, you must be trying to keep Davenport. You want to keep They want to keep Davenport. And Eric McCoy is a no-brainer, man. You got to keep that O-line up attack. You can't lose another member of that O-line. You already lost Teron Armstead. And you kind of somewhat weakened by losing Armstead and bringing in James Hurst, who he can hold his own and all that, but he's not Teron Armstead. And you don't want to you decide not to move Ramczyk over to left tackle. So it is what it is. And Trevor Penning, he's out for right now. But you got to read the breadcrumbs with this stuff, man. That's what a lot of people don't do, man. You got to pay attention to how things go, man. Before the draft, when the whole Deshaun Watson situation, the saga that took place for like 4 to 5 days, of back and forward, with teams being involved, teams offering the best package for him. One of the idea was that the notion was that Ceedy Duce was going to be involved in a trade to bring over Deshaun Watson from the Texans to the Saints. And he tweeted, he put some stuff out on that, and I think he deleted it and all that, but trade didn't go through. And you just know some things that was just going on, man, with the team. And I hear people say that how this locker room could not handle a Ceedy Duce when they were willing to take on a Deshaun Watson. Come on, man. That's two different situations, man. Deshaun Watson plays quarterback, man, at a relatively high level. Ceedy Duce, I'm not putting the guy down. He is for the most part, a niche player, a really good niche player at what he does. And I'm all pro player, man. I'm all for players getting paid, bro. I don't really get it personal about this stuff at all. I don't get emotional about the Saints losing any good players, man. Because I know it's a business, man. I've been following this sport for a long time. I know the ins and outs of it, how contracts work, how negotiations play out and all that, when they hold out, all that stuff, And it just happens sometimes, If a player, if one of the Saints players are up for a contract, my thing is this, as always this. I hope they get their money with the team, with the Saints. Hope the Saints are able to keep that player. But if not, he moves on. Oh well, next guy up. What's the plan is to replace that production? I don't look at every departure as a death sentence, as the season's over. They're gonna struggle at this position, because you never know what the next guy is gonna do at that price, at that lower price, which that player is seeking. So I wish Ceedy the best when he goes to up to the Philadelphia Eagles, but not against the Saints. He's going to be at safety, from what I was told. So that's pretty much helps him in a way because a safety is going to get paid more than a slot corner, man. It's just the going rate for a slot corner is not that much. And the Saints were the Saints. I think that's a position that the Saints don't really, you know, commit to long term. It is it's interchangeable, changeable. So now you got Alontae Taylor's the next guy up, So we'll see everything plays out. But this is the Saints. This is how deep this DB room is. This is how deep this room is at corner, man. This is how deep it is, man. Prior to the Ceedy Duce trade, you had Marshawn Lattimore, Paulson Adebo, Chauncey Gardner, Tyrann Matthew, Marcus May, Bradley Roby, P.J. Williams, Justin Evans, Alani Taylor, Daniel Sorensen, J.T. Gray. And this is another breadcrumb. This is another hint right here, man. I'm looking at this DB room, I'm like, this is a really good problem to have. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Saints don't try to move one of these guys and get some type of compensation for him, some type of draft compensation. Because Bradley Roby could start on as a starter on another team. You put Bradley Roby in a place like let's see, Tampa Bay, Tennessee, New England. Shoot, he's a starter, plain and simple. And then you picked up the guy Justin Evans, who was out of football for that injury he suffered while with Tampa. Hearing a lot of good things about him. Yeah, Marcus May. You got so many options you can put in that slot role. You know, but I think the most likely that position is going to go to Andre Taylor in the future. But for this year, I think it goes to Bradley Roby. That's what I think. It's going to be well. It could go to Bradley Roby or Alontae Taylor. It depends on who plays better at that position. Are the Saints a better team without CD Deuce? No, but it's not the end of the world. They're not a better team, or they're not a better team going forward without him, and they're not a worser team without it. It's not like I said, it's not a death sentence. So I think they'll be better. They're still contenders for a championship. So we'll see how everything plays out. All right, so this is the quote that came out of Dennis Allen's mouth after they drafted Alontae Taylor at 49. Quote, I see him at corner, Allen said. We see him going outside and competing at the corner spot initially, and then we'll go from there. I don't think you can ever have enough corners. There are certain premier positions in our league that are important, and it's okay to build on their strength. I wouldn't say that was a spot that we were dead set on where we're going to have to go out and get. Yet we were excited he was there when he got ready to pick at 49. End quote. So this is right here pretty much told me that where the Saints were going with this position. I always felt like this is the guy they want to train up at corner, put him in the slot, and he will take over for CD Deuce when CD Deuce decides to walk for free agency. It just easy putting it together, man. I saw this coming a long time ago. I just think it would be leading up to the season with 2 weeks. Pretty much 2 weeks into the regular season starting off against Atlanta. Kind of felt like this would happen after the season, but kind of wish the Saints would have traded him to the AFC instead of the NFC. NFC team that you're gonna play this year, but it's neither here nor there now. It's what's done is done. It is what it is. But it sucks, But I think the Saints will be fine in the future. It'll be fine. And you never know what Alontae Taylor is capable of. You'll never know how that energy, which ways is he's gonna show that energy on the field. We don't know. It may be different. He may be utilizing his abilities a little differently than Ceedy Duce. So we'll see everything plays out. All right, that's all I have for y'all for right now, man. Give me a like, comment, subscribe to the channel. Let me know how y'all feel. How do y'all feel about the Saints losing Ceedy Duce to the Philadelphia Eagles? Are you disappointed? You're not worried about it? You frustrated by the team? Or you're excited to see what Alontae Taylor's all about? Also, check out strike7sports.com/Saints for the latest content on the New Orleans Saints organization. I should have the 2022 season preview out soon. Should be out by Thursday. And also hit that bell notification icon to check out all my latest content or whenever I go live. Have a blessed night. Peace. Who that? I'm out.